Welcome to the Report. I appreciate you guys for taking this time to hear me out. Why are we here today? Why are we here today? We are here today because Dallas Cowboy player Micah Parsons, great player, great football player, great pass rusher, dude can ball. But Micah Parsons has a problem because he doesn't condone the bashing of Dak Prescott. He doesn't understand why. And mind you, he's a player. He's an active player playing at a high level. He doesn't understand why the San Francisco 49ers, the Philadelphia Eagles aren't being criticized the way that the Dallas Cowboys were criticized when they lost by 32 to San Francisco 2 weeks ago. So as we all remember, the 49ers beat the Dallas Cowboys 42-10 on a Sunday night. And then just this past Sunday, the Philadelphia Eagles played the New York Jets, who started the season 1-3 and now have won 3 straight after the win against the Eagles. And Philadelphia played terrible football, especially, they played some terrible football. Jalen Hurts turned the ball over, I believe, 4 times. Did he fumble or did he throw 4 interceptions? Let me check that stat real quick. But the Eagles turned the ball over 4 times. Let me see how many of those were Jalen Hurts, because I know he threw 3 interceptions. He played a terrible game. Yeah, he threw 3 picks, and it was Swift who lost the fumble. So they turned the ball over 4 times. They lost to the Jets 20-14. And then on the other hand, you had the San Francisco 49ers, and both these teams, Eagles and Niners, were 5-0 coming into their games. Now they're both 5-1. The Niners, who played the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland, and that was one of those games that you knew would be a tough one either way for San Francisco. I know a lot of people didn't believe in the Cleveland's defense, but people like myself were telling you, hey, this defense is for real. It's not a joke. They just criticized some of the opponents that Cleveland were playing. They beat the Bengals 24-3, didn't allow a touchdown. Burrow looked horrible. Beat them 24-3. They beat the Eagles. They beat the Steelers, the other Pennsylvania team, 22-6. Let's see. I didn't watch that game. But Pickett just threw 1 interception, and they lost the fumble. But Cleveland won the game 22-6. Then they held the Titans touchdownless in a 27-3 win. And then they lost to the Ravens, of course, 28-3. That was the first game without Deshaun Watson. And now they just beat the 49ers 19-17. Now I'm looking at this, I don't see what people are talking about when they say the Eagles. I keep saying the Eagles. When they say the Browns haven't been playing legit opponents. Stop it. But 49ers lose this game to the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland doesn't have Chubb. Obviously, he's lost for the season. Deshaun is dealing with a shoulder injury. He's missed the last 2 games. I thought he would be back for this game because I believe they had the bye week after losing to the Ravens 28-3. But San Francisco lost McCaffrey. They did lose Debo. Some people got injured. So I think Trent Williams or someone for the Niners as well. But even before those injuries, Debo, 2 playmakers on the offense for the Niners, Debo and McCaffrey, Cleveland was still playing good football. And McCaffrey scored that first touchdown. And of course, you think, oh, this is about to be an onslaught. But no, Cleveland were holding their own against the San Francisco 49ers. They were holding their own. McCaffrey, 11 carries for 43 yards. That's not a terrible stat line before he got hurt. But he was not. But they did not do what we thought they would do in this game in terms of running up the score on Cleveland. And this game not being as competitive as I thought. But San Francisco, Brock Purdy did have his first, his worst game of his career, completing just 12 of 27, buck 25, 1 tutty, 1 interception. He fumbled, didn't lose the fumble, but he did fumble. And despite all of that, they still got within striking distance to win the game. They still got into field goal range. They just missed the field goal. Philadelphia, they let Breece Hall score. And they got the ball back, and they still had a shot to win the game. But Michael Parsons has a problem with why aren't people giving that same energy to the Niners? Why aren't they giving that same energy to the Eagles? And we're going to play some of what Michael Parsons had to say about the situation.
Just don't condone the bashing of Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys and have the same energy for the Eagles. We want the same energy for everybody because there's a whole bunch of bashing when it's Dak Prescott, but not the same when it's the Eagles. I got time today. A lot of people said the Browns defense was overhyped. I said the Browns are the real deal. Acho said this, which pissed me off. I'm not worried about the 49ers. They were missing Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel. The Browns were missing Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb. They were missing them key factors before the game even started. So why is it that we are just scrubs and we're nobodies that don't deserve to be on the field and we're just all talk? But there's 100 excuses for these other teams. If y'all just gonna hate Cowboys Nation, just say y'all hate Cowboys Nation. I'm tired of people trashing my quarterback. I'm tired of people trashing my team. And that's why I had nothing to say to the media this week. You want to hear me talk? Come to hear me talk on The Edge Monday night. And that's point blank period.
Micah. No one has a problem saying they hate the Dallas Cowboys. Stop it. Nobody has a problem with saying, man, I hate the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not one of those guys. The fan base is annoying. I'll give you that. But I don't hate the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl. I won't go, oh my goodness, no. I don't care. But no one would have a problem saying, I hate the Dallas Cowboys. Because that's the vibe they give off. Because their fan base walk around as if they won something when they haven't won anything in like almost 30 years. Yes, we know what you are historically. We know that you're the most popular team. But come on, dude. Nobody would have a problem saying they hate the Dallas Cowboys. He's making it seem like this is some secret hate and nobody wants to come out and say it. People have been saying this for decades. Stop it, Micah. And yes, Philly and San Francisco does get the benefit of the doubt. They get the benefit of the doubt because they're not walking around as if they've done something. And even if you want to go that route, San Francisco were in an NFC Championship game last year. Who did they beat to get there? You, the Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles were in the Super Bowl last year. So yes, they get the benefit of the doubt. They played a terrible game. But with you guys, yes, you played a terrible game. And week one, your fan base celebrated as if y'all won the Super Bowl. And how quickly were y'all brought back down to earth when you lost to the Arizona Cardinals. And when you just got beat by 32 on primetime to the San Francisco 49ers. And you just escaped the team Monday night that's on your level. The LA Chargers are on your level. I'm not saying Philly's going to sweep you this year because I don't think that's going to happen. It will be a split. My prediction. But no, Micah, as a current player, I mean, yes, you can have your podcast, of course, and you can say whatever you want. But dude, this was not the move. This was not the move, Micah Parsons. Because why do you care what people think? It shows insecurity when you come out and saying, oh, why aren't y'all having this same energy for these teams? I just want it to be fair. No, it's not going to be fair. Everyday life tells you that. It ain't going to be fair. It should be the same here as it is here. That's not reality. That's what you perceive. That's what you want it to be. That's not reality, Micah. Philly, and you use the word overhyped and say that's what people were thinking about the Browns, but Philly and San Francisco have proven that they're not all hype. The Cowboys, on the other hand, we've seen them here 1,000 times, and they haven't cashed in, not even made it. And I'm not trying to troll, but they haven't been to a conference championship game. How many of those have the 49ers been to? How many of those have the Eagles been to in recent memory? Not 90s memory, recent memory. But that's my take on that. Appreciate you guys taking the time to hear me out. Micah, please, people are going to trash your quarterback. They're going to trash your team. You guys are the Dallas Cowboys. As much as you're loved, you're also hated. So, hey, you should be used to it by now.